Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It's time once again for Mornings with the LeaderMan. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with the Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Hey, good morning, Moore County. Good morning, unfortunate pilot. Yeah, you are unfortunate. Let me count the ways. But we only have a half hour, so I'll just skip to the don't wear your dirty face diaper because it's no good. And if you don't believe that, then all you got to do is, do a little research, do a little deep reading here on Dr. Faustus and the CDC, and you'll quickly find out that the face diaper doesn't do you much good. So get out, enjoy the day. Enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the warm weather that's coming because that's healthier for you than anything that you'll stick in your arm or lay across your face. So get out and enjoy your day.
Don't forget, of course, we are being heard and seen around the world on a live video stream. That's available right now. Don't know how long it'll last, but it's up there. At talk973.com or talk1041.com or weeb990.com. Any of those will get you where you need to be. Look at the top middle of the page and for the link. If you're on your mobile device, fire up YouTube and put Mornings with the LeaderMan in there. Now, if you got a mobile device, you can get to the video by, firing up YouTube and putting Mornings with the LeaderMan in the search. Now, if you need our audio stream only, that's pretty easy also. You can get it off of our website 24/7 with your regular computer. Go to the upper right-hand corner of any of our pages and click on the icon that says On the Air, Listen Live. And with your mobile device, be sure to go to our webpage and put WEEB into the search. You have to fire up a mobile app such as TuneIn, iTunes, or Streamer to make it work. All right, it is 7:32, 32 past the hour on this Monday. No rain in sight for a couple of days. Let's take a look at your whole forecast here. Got to get back into my pattern of things, as they say. It's kind of like if you're a really, really good golfer and you take 1 or 2 days off, you suck on the next time you hit the ball. It just works on your game that way. Anyway, for today, partly cloudy, can't get much better. High of 66. I'll take it. Then tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 47 for Tuesday, 64 for a high under mostly cloudy skies. Yeah, you knew it'd come right back in with some more rain, didn't you? That'll occur on Tuesday night, 20% chance of isolated showers. A low of 51 will jump into a 30% on Wednesday, mostly cloudy scattered showers, high of 70. Then Thursday, isolated showers, high of 75. And Friday, isolated thunderstorms, and a high of 79. And over next weekend, looking good on Saturday and Sunday for the most part. Partly cloudy Saturday, 75, and Sunday, partly cloudy scattered showers, but only a 30% chance of that, and a high of 74. Right now, around the Sandhills, winds are northeast at 3, gusting to 6, pressure is 30.01, dew point 38, humidity 77%. It is clear and 47 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All righty, 7:34, 34 past the hour straight up. Anything good happened over your weekend?
No, not really. Yeah, just doing the usual.
All right, counting all that money of yours.
Yeah, that's right. Big stacks. I have a couch made out of it. Yep.
Did you watch any March Madness?
No, I don't. I don't have any interest in watching overage children bounce around, ball around. So,
all right. Well, let's see if we can start the day off with getting the Colonel to laugh. It's not an easy proposal there, but we got the best of the late night Munich boys from over the weekend, and we're going to give it a shot right now.
Facebook is building a version.
Get all that off. Of course, Snurdly. It's the Monday morning I forgot to do. All right, I think we're ready to rock and roll on this. Here we go.
Facebook is building a version of Instagram designed for kids under the age of 13. The social media giant said the kid-friendly version is intended to allow children to use the platform safely.
It'll be worth it just to see a bunch of artsy photos of your kids' Lunchables. Get this, the CDC just announced that kids at school actually only need 3 feet of distance between each other. When the teacher said, okay, class, how many inches are in 3 feet? The kids were like, we don't know. We just had Zoom school for a whole year.
We have a surge of migrants at the border, and the authorities say we cannot take any more unskilled foreigners who don't even seem like they want to work. We already have Meghan and Harry. That's...
Yeah, now that was funny there. Meghan and Harry, yeah.
I didn't
no
hear you
kidding.
laughing.
Well, I mean, dumbfounded. It took me a second to catch up to what he actually said. But yeah, kids don't know how many inches are in 3 feet. That's no surprise. You could probably go ask a bunch of them now and not get a good answer. And
no, they can't even tell you who we fought in the Revolutionary War.
Well, the key to that one is that people listening, the CDC and all these clowns, Dr. Faustus and his minions there, have been jerking us around on 6 feet minimum spread and all this other garbage. So, hey, if you're listening, you got a business, you need to scrape up off all those little things, those little X's they put on the floor, or actually they made you put it on the floor, spend an inordinate amount of money and time setting all this garbage up because, guess what? None of it was really relevant to anything. So, and they just made it up. So, there's your clue, people. They're just making it up as they go. Just quit. Stop adhering to this stupidity.
Well, you got government do it. It's got to be screwed up. And their number one goal is to FUBAR it.
Well, if you look at it from the other side, they actually have achieved a profound amount of adherence to stupidity. I mean, it's not screwed up. They achieved exactly what they wanted to achieve. They want everybody out here in America, and of course not everybody, but there's a few people that didn't fall for it. But you go to the store. I went to the store yesterday, and I was the only one in there that didn't have a mask on. All the other myrmidons are in there with their masks wrapped around their faces, and guess what? It doesn't do a thing. It doesn't mean anything, but you've fallen for it, people. You've fallen for it. You got, you still get these sideways glances from people. Nobody ever says it. I've had one person say something to me since this whole thing started, but it's a waste. It's terrible. And you're just going along with the flow because they told us to put a mask on, and all those masks are made in China, and guess what? They're probably filled with some kind of garbage that'll make you sick. So
I look at it this way, Colonel. If they're so effective at stopping the COVID virus, then I should be able to come up and break wind in your face, and you won't smell a thing.
Well, yeah. You don't want to try that.
I know,
honest
but
to God, you don't.
The point is, well, it doesn't work.
They're useless. So yeah, exactly. I was in the store yesterday. 3 or 4 of them have it pulled down below their nose. Another individual has one, and you could physically put your finger down around his nose where the gaps are around the mask. So the masks, in and of themselves, are useless the way they're being worn. And the material is useless because it doesn't stop exactly what you're saying. It doesn't stop what it's supposed to be stopping. And you're wasting your time with this crap, people. Don't, stop it. Just stop falling for this garbage that Cooper and all these clowns are laying on you.
Well, they want to make them look like they're doing something, even though it's not accomplishing anything.
Well, I haven't. I've asked a few people. Haven't heard of the chief of police from certain jurisdictions stopping around threatening store owners with non-compliance, etc. So at least there's that. I don't know. Maybe it's still happening, but yeah, it's a waste of time. You're wasting your time.
Well, we've had people who are elected in the studio here who have basically, they have said that Cooper has no standing when it comes to this order to force you to wear a mask.
Yeah, he didn't use the proper procedures to
Right.
to
You got to
implement
have
all this
3 of the
garbage,
5
yeah.
councils of state endorse this thing. Nobody's even saw it, much less got it, which makes his order invalid.
Yeah, the treasurer Falwell has been on here numerous times and said he has, in the last year, talked to Cooper once, and I can't remember, but it's an inordinately small number of contacts he's had with Cooper over the last year. So, this guy is gone rogue. He's just doing whatever he pleases. And you know what, people? You need to stop adhering to the stupidity that this guy is putting out. It's not right.
Let's see what else. I had something else I was going to say about Roy, but it won't come to me right now.
The Goobinator.
It'll come to me. All right. Well, meanwhile, we don't have a monopoly on stupid people anywhere in this country. I think today they're all zeroed in on San Diego and the San Diego Zoo. Some idiot climbed into a cage, and it was the elephant enclosure with his toddler to take a picture.
That was in San Diego?
Yeah.
I saw it, but I didn't realize it was San Diego.
And the elephant charged at him. If it's an Indian elephant, they got a short fuse. How do you tell the difference between India and otherwise? The Indian elephants have the small ears, flaps, whereas the others have the large.
African element.
Yeah. Luckily, nobody was hurt, but he's facing charges for child endangerment. And fortunately for him, there's no law against being stupid.
Oh.
Yeah, a big old elephant getting ready to charge obviously a crazy daddy and his son. And your reaction is, oh.
Yeah, well, I mean, what are you going to do? Hop in there and, ward off the elephant? I don't know. I don't know that if it's the same view I saw, but he looked to be, quite a ways away. There wasn't much he was going to be able to do except stand there with a horrified look on his face.
Meanwhile, a high school cheerleader in Nebraska named Kaylee Meyer was having lunch with her mom at Applebee's when a guy had a seizure. So she did CPR, which she had just learned in November. And paramedics say that it may have saved his life. Here's the response.
I saw him on the floor and he was convulsing. He turned blue. And so I was like, hey, I know CPR.
I'm glad that Kayla was there though.
They said that if I didn't act in time, they didn't know if they would have made it. I'm so glad that I just went for it and I did and I didn't hesitate.
All right, just admit it. You guy was kind of cute. You wanted to kiss. Under the guise of CPR. Oregon Ducks forward Sheldon Prince posted a video of the lame weight room the female players were given for the NCAA tournament compared to the fully equipped men's facility. It went viral, and she posted a following clip, or I should say a follow-up clip, after the NCAA apologized and upgraded the women's facility.
For the NCAA March Madness, the biggest tournament in college basketball for women, pictures of our weight room got released versus the men's. The NCAA came out with a statement saying that it wasn't money, it was space that was a problem. Here's all this extra space. If you aren't upset about this problem, then you're a part of it. Guess what, guys? We got a weight room, yeah! We got a ton more dumbbells, racks for squats, and whatever we want to do. Thank you, NCAA, for listening to us. Yay, guys! Yeah!
Well, they started out with a rack of hand weights and ended up with a lot more after the complaint.
Were they holding both tournaments in the same place?
I guess so.
Yeah, I don't know what the situation.
I'm not watching the thing anyway.
Other than I'm sure they were going to short the women's. I mean, that's we're 30 years past that congressional act that says you got to treat women's sport the same, and they're still doing that. And hey, Actually, the reason I asked if it's in the same facility or if they're doing the games, they can't possibly be doing it in the same place. Because I was going to say there should be one weight room. The women and the men should both be in there together lifting weights. What would be the matter with that?
Well, it might be more than one,
well, that's
basketball court.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's really not in the same place. They can't really get in there. But, that's the NCAA. The NCAA should be disbanded. I mean, some of the crap that they've been pulling here over the last 20, 30 years, they're just ridiculous.
A couple in California recently got married on a dock at Lake Tahoe. You ever been to Lake Tahoe?
Nope.
That's probably one of the prettiest places in all of the United States. It's pretty breathtaking, particularly if you go middle of the summer because it'll be nice and cool. Anyway, they got married on a dock at Lake Tahoe, and the groom, being the brain trust of the family, dropped his bride's ring right into the water.
Sure he did.
But they found a scuba diver on Facebook, and he went looking the next day. Here's what he said.
It was going off without a hitch. I just felt so happy to finally be marrying Andrew that there was a smile on my face the whole time, even though I was like, no.
It's one of those, the sooner the better. Don't hesitate. Hey, guys, I have just one last question. And they go, yeah. I'm like, did your ring look like this? At that moment, it's just an ecstatic, feel-good moment.
We have a memory of a lifetime.
Well, they have metal detectors that'll, work there, so it shouldn't have been hard to find. How deep was it? Does they how deep it was?
It doesn't say.
Yeah, probably not that deep.
But a big volume of water there. But like you said, if it's heavy and you go straight down.
I was standing here, I dropped the ring there. It should be pretty much within a couple of feet radius of where you dropped it in, and it could, it depends on the bottom. Is the bottom, 6 feet of mud or sand or what? So,
well, if it's anything like my pills at night, you take one and you drop it, and it goes straight down, and you light up the whole kitchen floor. It is not to be found anywhere. You said, what happened to straight down? But it's not there. It's just not there. I had that problem last night. Alrighty. All of the NCAA March Madness brackets are busted. So just like the past year of coronavirus, we're all in this together. Most busted quickly on Friday when number 15 Oral Roberts University upset number 2 Ohio State. Then yesterday, Oral Roberts pulled another shocker, upsetting number 4 Florida. Here's a little song parody for you about that.
You're the reason my bracket broke, Oral Roberts. Wish I could have bet on you, but didn't. Oral Roberts. Oral Roberts.
All right, by the way, Oral Roberts now moves on to play number 3 Arkansas, who beat them earlier this year, 87-76. It's probably not going to be any good. Pitching prospect for the Chicago Cubs was arrested after police found 21 pounds of methamphetamine in his team equipment bag.
How many pounds?
21. That's a whole lot. The story has already prompted a spinoff of Breaking Bad, though.
Chicago Cubs pitching prospect Jesus Camargo was arrested after he was found with 21 pounds of meth in his Cubs equipment bag.
We're going to make phenylacetone in a tube furnace, and we're going to use reductive amination to yield methamphetamine, 4 pounds.
And now he's starring with Bryan Cranston in Breaking Bad.
Say my name.
That's Jesus Camargo.
Tread lightly.
Brings new meaning to Bases Are Loaded. Look for Breaking Bad coming soon to WGN in Chicago.
Yeah, that guy's not a pitching prospect. He's a cartel guy south of the border somewhere. That's what he is.
Well, some good news for you. We've got a new trick you can use to really help improve your memory. Bad news, you'll have to use paper and a pen, like a caveman. A new study out of the University of Tokyo figured out that people remember stuff way better if they handwrite it with a pen and a paper. When we do that, we commit to memory way better than we do if we type it. The research thinks that it's because using a paper and pen is more tactical, and we form stronger memories because it's using more parts of the brain. Well, let's see about that.
Everybody's talking about the new tablet, made of yellow 8x11 paper, and it has a stack of memory. And it comes with this black stylus, so you can write right on the tablet. Make a mistake? No problem. Just use the delete function and cross the mistake off. One of the best parts, the theft protection. We tested leaving the tablet on a table outside a coffee shop. No one ever steals it. It's there when you return. It's the all-new yellow legal pad and black pen, also available in white and blue.
All right.
Yeah, I can believe that.
New research shows that people remember... well, Steve, why don't you read the same thing again? A-Rod and J-Lo were making out. William Shatner and Wolf Blitzer's birthdays. These are a couple of the type of news that we call not headline news. And we got it all encapsulated for you right now.
This is not headline news. A-Rod and J-Lo were spotted making out. And if that doesn't convince you they're back together, this will. They also shared a mascara wand. William Shatner turns 90 years old today. Let me be the first to say, hey, Bill, happy birthday. Wolf Blitzer turns 73 today. Or you may know him by his male stripper name, Wolf Blitzer. Coachella was canceled. Dang, said 42 bands you've never heard of. And in the NCAA March Madness tournament, Oral Roberts University has upset two major teams. Ironic that a school named Oral would make the other teams suck. This is not headline news.
Well, this is going to make you yearn for your home back in Jersey and New York area, Colonel.
Okay.
Two bus drivers who refused to back up caused a 30-minute traffic jam in New York the other day. Here's what it sounded like.
Oh, he doesn't want to back up?
Nah, can't back it up. Back it up.
Two babies over
back
here.
Back it up.
You're blocking the whole 13th Avenue.
Back it up. Why you can't back up? I'm going. You're supposed to be right there. You back it up. I'm not backing it up. Right.
You're supposed to be right there.
Well, unfortunately, I've seen that same thing in New Jersey and New York a couple of times over the years. Yep, I believe it.
Well, guess who's updating their game now? Monopoly. Monopoly is updating its community chess cards, and they're letting fans vote on what the new ones should be. Here's an ad for it.
The Monopoly Community Chess Deck could use a little update.
Second prize in a beauty contest.
Who got first?
Holiday fun matures.
What's a holiday fun?
Vote now to help choose the next Community Chess Deck.
So, yeah, they'll have to do away with go to jail, and it'll be collect your stimmy instead of your bail money. So, yeah, there you go.
Police in Houston are looking for a 53-year-old guy who stabbed a Jack-in-the-Box manager 3 times after they asked him to wear a mask. Luckily, the manager survived. Here's a cop explaining exactly what happened.
Came into the restaurant, management asked him to put a mask on. He didn't want to put the mask on. The suspect brandished a knife and ended up stabbing the manager 3 times.
Yeah, okay, we've said it before. You know, I don't wear a mask. If somebody asks you to wear a mask in their store, either leave or put one on. Yes, there are certain places you cannot go without a mask. They insist on it. So, yeah.
Well, as their sandbox, their rules.
That's exactly it.
You can go play in a different sandbox.
Fast food joint, man. It's not worth 10 to 20 or whatever he's going to get for stabbing the guy.
Police in Houston are looking for a 53-year-old guy who's... I just did that. Steve, will you roll these up? A guy in Russia attached bungee cords to his butt piercings and jumped 50 feet off an abandoned building.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Well, that's as worse as to get. He survived, but screamed in pain all the way down.
Oh, no kidding.
Really? Here's kind of what it sounded like.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, well, there we go. This guy should be in an institution. What can you say?
Let's see. A guy near Seattle opened a restaurant called Soup Nazi Kitchen and decided to change the name one day later after people protested. Well, do you think they wouldn't?
They don't get it, yeah.
He says it was a play on the old Soup Nazi episode on Seinfeld. Well, I missed that episode.
Yeah.
But opening a business during the pandemic also inspired the name. His name is Andrew Ho. The woman in the clip is a protester named Cindy White.
I've created controversy before, so I'm used to it. The degree of outrage was a little more than I'm used to, but I've experienced.
We've seen a real prevalence of white supremacist activity in the Snohomish area. So I do think it's pretty important that communities hold, people accountable.
Yeah, that guy's Seinfeld has been passé for what, 10, 15 years now. The Soup Nazi episode is probably one of the most famous that ran during that show.
Here's a piece of it.
No soup for you.
No soup for you. Yeah, but yeah, in Seattle where they're going, BLM has taken sway and blamed everything on white supremacy, and this clown's going to open up a shop with the word Nazi in it. Yeah, you're okay.
You're Nazi so bright.
Yeah, that's nice.
Kellogg's is bringing back its Fruit Loops and Cocoa Krispies cereal straw that debuted in 2009. We've had time to debut these things, give them their time to actually work, and throw them in the tried it bin, all within one lifetime. Who knew? Here's an old ad for their Fruit Loop version.
Hey, Toucan Sam, how would you make milk more fun?
Why, with Fruit Loop cereal straws, Jonas.
Just dip them in and sip, sip, sip. And pull them out and munch, munch, munch. All together now, dip, sip, munch. Fruit Loop cereal straws. Colorful fruit-flavored cereal with a creamy coating inside. It's so fun to dip, sip, munch.
Yuck.
Yeah, you get all that sugar. Make sure you got it. Here's a straw to help you out. I don't get it.
I don't think I've ever seen those, but yeah, I'm not sure that's my thing. No.
Don't get this one either. Miami Beach declared a state of emergency on Saturday because so many spring breakers have been gathering and partying on the streets. One idiot dressed as the Joker climbed on top of a car with an American flag, tossed dollar bills, and declared COVID's over, which it obviously is not. He may have been trying to recreate a scene from the first Batman movie where the Joker drops cash on the streets. Okay, that was a thrilling story there.
Well, apparently it's pretty bad. These people aren't adhering to the guidelines and breaking up. Apparently, the Miami Beach guy had to call some SWAT teams in to break it up. I don't know if he was successful or not, though.
I don't have time for this one because we'll run out of time. We'll do it next hour. It's a good news story about a 99-year-old woman dancing for charity.
Oh.
Getting out of the chair is enough for me at that age. All right, let's see. It's coming up on 8 o'clock. Currently, we have sunny skies, 47 degrees. Your full forecast is next, and we'll be back on the backside.
Hello, everyone. Your Monday morning commute will start with temperatures in the upper 30s and low 40s. We'll see a partly cloudy sky with maybe even some patchy fog around the area. For the afternoon, we'll see a partly cloudy sky still. Temperatures milder, highs in the mid to upper 60s. Partly cloudy for Monday night, mostly cloudy sky for Tuesday with mainly high clouds moving in, obscuring the sun just slightly. Highs Tuesday afternoon in the low to mid 60s. Could see a few showers on Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Zach Malak in the Weather Center.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sandhills, 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Show us your plan. Texas GOP Congressman Michael McCall saying he is not at all convinced by Homeland Security Secretary Mayorkas' claim that the Biden administration is executing a plan to deal with the border surge.
They've created the crisis. He says he has a plan. I haven't seen a plan. They talk about humane conditions, humanitarian. They have created a humanitarian crisis down here.
McCall on ABC's This Week. President Biden says he plans to visit the border, in the president's words, at some point, but he offers no specifics as to when the visit might take place. Former President Trump accusing the Biden team of transforming the border into a national disaster. This as the Biden White House tries to blame the previous administration for the surge of illegal crossings that's taking place now. There is some encouraging news on the coronavirus vaccine front. Results of a large-scale U.S. study of the AstraZeneca vaccine are in. The BBC's Fergus Walsh says the shot is found to be both safe and effective.
Dozens of countries have already approved the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine, and tens of millions of doses have been given. But the United States had always said it would wait for results from trials held there before deciding whether to use the vaccine. These findings should make that inevitable. Around 20% of participants were over 65, and the vaccine provided as much protection to them as to younger age groups. There were no safety issues regarding blood clots.
Jury selection entering its third week today for the trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin, charged in the death of George Floyd. 13 jurors seated so far. The judge says 2 more will be seated ahead of the opening statements expected on the 29th. Wall Street Dow futures down 10 points. NASDAQ futures up 110. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Tell me why Relief Factor is so successful in lowering or eliminating pain. I'm often asked that question. Pete and Seth Talbot, the father and son founders of Relief Factor, tell me they believe our bodies were designed to heal. The doctors who formulated Relief Factor selected the 4 best ingredients, 100% drug-free ingredients that each help your body deal with inflammation. Order the 3-week quick start now. Discount it to only $19.95 to see if it will work for you too. Call 800-500-8384. ReliefFactor.com.
The film America's Forgotten uncovers the unintended consequences of a broken immigration system.
A great pillar of the community was killed by a man who had been deported at least twice. The public would be outraged if they knew the truth.
My friends, my industry, even my family all rallied against the final message of this film. All credits had to be hidden for fear of retribution.
America's Forgotten, the film they don't want you to see. Go to salemnow.com to buy or rent today for additional savings and our promo code FAMILY.
India witnessing a surge in confirmed coronavirus cases amid concern over the impact of huge election campaign rallies in several states. There's also an upcoming Hindu festival expected to attract tens of millions.
Restrictions have returned to several parts of the country, including localized lockdowns and night curfews. Authorities have blamed large crowds, suspected mutant strains and violations of COVID protocols for the surge. Fears that the ongoing Kumbh Mela, a mass gathering of pilgrims in the North Indian state of Uttarakhand, could turn into a super spreader event has led to warnings being issued by the central government. Meanwhile, calls to speed up India's immunization drive are growing amid reports that the Pune-based Serum Institute of India is delaying vaccine exports in order to prioritize domestic demand.
And that's BBC correspondent Nikhil Inanda reporting from Mumbai. News and analysis at townhall.com. The field is set for a special congressional election in the 6th District of North Texas.
Two-term Republican Ron Wright passed away in February from COVID complications. The filing period is over and a field of 13 potential successors has emerged. 10 Democrats and 11 Republicans, including Wright's widow Susan, 1 Libertarian, and 1 Independent. Among the Democrats, Jamie Lynn Sanchez, who pulled 44% of the vote when she ran against Wright in 2018. Stephen Daniel, who also garnered 44% in a loss to Wright in 2020, did not file. The special election to fill out the remainder of Wright's term is May 1st. Rhonda Rockster reporting.
Miami Beach city officials voting to extend a highly unusual 8 p.m. curfew for another week along famed South Beach. The possibility of extending it well into next month if need be to control rowdy spring break crowds. There have been more than 1,000 arrests. More on these stories at townhall.com.
As our economy gradually reopens, remember to support local.
Know you're doing the right thing and stay proud.
Be a part of the greatest comeback of all time with Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
At Zaxby's, our flavor speaks for itself. Like our boneless wings meal, hand-tossed in your choice of one of our 9 specialty sauces, like the fiery nuclear, tangy barbecue, or the new sweet and spicy Caribbean jerk sauce. Served with crinkle-cut fries and a 22-ounce Coca-Cola freestyle drink. Over 100 refreshing choices available in store. Zaxby's. Friends, family, flavor. Located in Southern Pines off Highway 15501 in front of the Holiday Inn. Are you tired of the same old lunch and dinner options? Grinders and Gravy of Southern Pines wants to change that. Come warm up with one of Chef Kurt's toasty, savory meatball grinders. Or choose from 11 different types, including vegetarian options. With daily pastas, sweet Italian desserts, wine, and locally brewed beer, Grinders and Gravy has it all. See their menu at grindersandgravy.com and call for pickup. Or simply park, order, and eat al fresco. Grinders and Gravy. Chef-made, wallet-friendly. 515 Southeast Broad Street. Open Tuesday through Saturday for lunch 11 to 2 and dinner 4 to 8.
Swim into summer with the Pool Store of the Pines, a third-generation company with over 60 years of experience. The Pool Store of the Pines can make your summer season a success with a one-stop shop from pool construction, liner repair and replacement, to chemical supplies, professional water testing, and more. Let our professionals take care of all your pool needs so you can enjoy your pool this summer with family and friends and without any of the hassles. Visit us online at poolstoreofthepines.com or call us at 910-725-1003. That's 910-725-1003. Better yet, come visit us in person. We're located at 965 Old Highway 1 in Southern Pines. Pool Store of the Pines. We build and service the pool of your dreams. Call 910-725-1003 or online at poolstoreofthepines.com.
Fields Plumbing and Heating and Air Conditioning customers include the military, federal, state, and local governments, hospitals, and school systems, as well as many independent businesses. We stand by our services and products, and as a result, we are proud that our business comes from repeat business and customer referrals. Fields Plumbing and Heating and Air Conditioning also serves many residents in Moore and surrounding counties, and we have been in business for 70 years. Call 910-949-3232. 910-949-3232.
Are you tired of talking to a robot every time you have to interact with your pharmacy?
Please listen to our menu because it has changed. For your prescription, press 1. I'm sorry. Please listen to our complete menu as it has changed.
And how about those robocalls at an inconvenient hour to let you know your prescription is ready? Well, at Health Innovation Pharmacy, you can say goodbye to all those things. So what do we have besides real people answering the phones? We offer one-on-one consultation with the pharmacist, free delivery to your home or office, annual flu shots, lower prices on most medications, and fast, friendly service. So break up with the robot and come visit the real pharmacist at Health Innovations, 295 Pinehurst Avenue in Southern Pines, or call the real person at 910-246-5155 and break your robot addiction.
Thank you for holding. Your call will be ignored in the order it was received.
Rudino's is back open for in-house seating. They were voted best pizza in Spectator magazine, but pizza isn't their only specialty. Come in on Mondays for burger night, $6.99 for the burger of your choice with a side of fries. Treating the family? Then come in for Tuesday family night, $21.99 $1.99 for a 16-inch one-topping pizza with a side of garlic cheese bread. Visit Rudino'sSouthernPines.com to see their menu and other weekly specials. Rudino's Pizza and Grinders on Pinehurst Avenue in Southern Pines, voted #1 by Spectator magazine.
MCN News. I'm Mike Riley. A leading North Carolina economist says there are still lingering effects as we try to work our way out of a pandemic. North Carolina State University professor Mike Walden says there are glimmers of optimism, though.
The economy seems to be improving. I think vaccinations have a lot to do with it. We went through a little bit of a scare over the winter with a resurgence, but that seems to have dissipated. So people are optimistic. The president has said he's hoping we can all celebrate outside with people on the 4th of July.
AstraZeneca says a new U.S. study shows its vaccine is 79% effective at preventing COVID symptoms. CBS News medical contributor Dr. David Agus says the vaccine will be a big help to other countries as they try to stop the outbreak.
This is a big shot in the arm for them and boost of confidence for the globe.
Governor Roy Cooper and DHHS Secretary Dr. Mandy Cohen toured a mass vaccination event at the Greenville Convention Center over the weekend. He tells WCTI,
we're engaging respected community leaders, pastors, elected officials, trusted family doctors and pharmacists who are stepping up, and you're seeing vaccine hesitancy being attacked on many fronts.
Spring breakers in Miami have pushed their luck with local authorities. The city has enacted a curfew from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. on Thursday through Sunday to try and control the crowds. The mayor of Miami Beach declared a state of emergency because the crowds were so large and unruly. Anthony lives in the area, and he's very happy about the decision.
Curfew is a very good thing because these things get very easily almost out of line in a way.
North Carolina tax filers will get another month to complete their individual state returns in keeping with the IRS decision to push its April 15th deadline back until May. Filers have now until May 17th. You're listening to NCN News.
Spring and the onset of summer increases the likelihood of thunderstorms. Alternative Power, your North Carolina Generac service provider, reminds you to stay alert. As a thunderstorm approaches, get out of boats and away from water. If you're caught outdoors, find a low spot away from trees, fences, and poles. Alternative Power guards homes against extended power outages with a Generac automatic standby generator. Alternative Power, North Carolina's Generac experts. See more at alternativepower.com.
Hi, Darcy the Cow here for Black Cow, the mature manure. It's time to start getting your flower and vegetable gardens off to a great start with Black Cow. Prepare new plant beds with a 1.5-inch layer of Black Cow in the area and then mix it in with the soil 6 inches deep. Black Cow is organic. Pick up the bright yellow bag and get growing.
Black Cow, the mature manure, Black Cow.
Rallies and vigils were held nationwide this weekend calling for an end to violence and bigotry toward AAPI communities after last week's shooting spree in Georgia.
With signs in hand, a large group of people gathered to show their anger and frustration with the rise of hate crimes against Asian Americans throughout the country. High schoolers Joan Chong and Ara Lee organized the rally in Carlsbad.
This could have been me. This is someone's mother or sister or friend.
In Del Mar, huge crowds lined the sidewalks and bridges to show their support and solidarity.
It brought me to tears when we were all singing and when we all told our own stories.
In North Carolina, March through May is historically recognized as spring wildfire season, a period when conditions are more favorable for wildfire. State Agriculture Commissioner Steve Troxler says more than 40% of wildfires are the result of careless burning.
Had such low humidity, especially last week, so, it's a perfect recipe for a fire to get out.
A man accused of threatening others with a chainsaw at a Raleigh hotel is in custody. Police have arrested Jacob Vandenberg in connection with the incident. Vandenberg is being held on $270,000 bond, and his first court appearance is today at 2 p.m. Twitter is having a Rick Moranis moment.
This thing works to put us right up there with the invention of electricity.
The actor's photo is flooding social media after the FBI posted a picture of a different man
allegedly taking part in January's riot at the U.S. Capitol. He bears a striking resemblance to the Honey, I Shrunk the Kid star and even wears similar eyeglasses. But the wanted man is wearing a combat helmet. Moranis made news in October when a stranger knocked him down outside his apartment in New York City. One tweet this weekend asked, "Hasn't Rick Moranis suffered enough?" Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
The Monday morning commute will start with a mostly clear to partly cloudy sky, maybe some patchy fog as well. We'll see temperatures in the upper 30s and low to mid 40s. For the afternoon, expect a partly cloudy sky, highs in the mid to upper 60s for the afternoon. More clouds continue to move in for the evening and overnight. We start in the mid to upper 40s Tuesday morning. More clouds than sunshine, mainly high clouds in the forecast Tuesday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Zach Malak in the Weather Center.
Right now here in the Sandhills area, it's sunny and 47 degrees, humidity 78%, dew point 38, pressure 3002, and winds east-northeast at 3. It is 8:15. Let's take a look at your Sandhills news. For this Monday morning, Governor Roy Cooper touted North Carolina's speed in vaccinating adults against the virus that caused COVID-19. According to the latest data from the North Carolina Department of Homeland Services, more than 17% of the population older than 18 is fully vaccinated. However, not all of North Carolina's counties are vaccinating residents at the same rate. In fact, it was found that some of the communities hardest hit by the pandemic were slowest to adopt vaccinations, while communities with low infection rates have some of the highest vaccination rates. Chatham and Orange County topped the list in central North Carolina for having administered the most vaccines, with 20 and 19% of the population over 18 years old fully vaccinated, respectively. Both counties had some of the lowest infection rates in the state, with fewer than 600 total infections per 10,000 people in the last year. On the other end of the spectrum, Hope County has the third lowest vaccination rate in the state, with just 8% of its adult population fully vaccinated. At one point, Hope County had one of the highest percentages of positive tests in the state. Football action from the weekend. Locally, Pinecrest defeated Lumberton rather handily, 52-0. They go on to play Scotland this Friday. And Lee County defeated Union Pines 56-14. Union Pines moves on now to play the other part of Lee County, the Southern Lee County High School, on Friday. And a programming note, the voices that will guide you through the Rush Limbaugh show this week. Monday and Tuesday, Jason Lewis. Wednesday, Brett Winterble. And Thursday and Friday, it will be Ken Matthews. That's your latest Sandhills news this morning, but stand by. Here comes your latest in sports. Right here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM, WEEB.
NCN Sports, I'm Josh Zach. Ryan Blaney became the 6th different winner in as many races to start NASCAR's Cup season, surging to the front with 9 laps to go after Kyle Larson's dominant performance at Atlanta Motor Speedway fell apart. Larson easily won the first 2 stages and led most of the race, but his tires failed him following a final pit stop with 56 laps to go, and it led to his runner-up finish. Asked whether he could have held out and kept riding on those tires, Larson said it's not likely.
My tires were pretty much gone at that point. I was sliding around, and I just didn't get through traffic good, man.
College hoops last night, number 15 Oral Roberts, 12-seed Oregon State, number 11 Syracuse, and 8-seeded Loyola Chicago have reached the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament. The Golden Eagles overcame an 11-point deficit to knock off 7-seeded Florida. The Beavers topped 4-seed Oklahoma State. Syracuse escaped a late push by West Virginia, and the Ramblers thumped top-seeded Illinois. In the women's bracket, Jada Boyd scored 15 of her 18 points in the second half to help top-seeded NC State overcome a slow start and coast to a win over 16-seed North Carolina A&T in the first round of the women's bracket. The Wolfpack women making its fourth straight tournament appearance and 26th overall. Next week, they will go against 8-seed South Florida in the second round. On the pro court, Charlotte rookie LaMelo Ball is expected to miss the rest of the season due to a broken right wrist. That following the Hornets' loss to the Clippers Saturday in L.A. A person familiar with the situation spoke to the AP anonymously because the team has not made the status of Ball's injury public. On the ice, the Carolina Hurricanes are looking to get back in the win column. After rattling off 8 straight wins, they are currently riding a 3-game losing streak. The last 2, a pair of 3-2 decisions on home ice to the Blue Jackets, one in overtime, the other in a shootout. To break the snide, they will have to solve their scoring issues against the same team that's limited their ability to find the back of the net. Carolina opens a 2-game set tonight in Columbus. This is NCN Sports.
If you're a family member of someone working in the construction industry that shares a ride to work, remind them that COVID-19 safety practices extend beyond the work site, and to wear a mask in the vehicle. Keep good distancing between riders. Use windows and the ventilation system to maximize outdoor air and clean the areas touched by passengers before each trip. Together, we can prevent the spread of COVID-19. Learn more at ncunitedagainstthevirus.org. Construction. We're built for safety.
The 2021 Honda Pioneer lineup is here to make light work of the job and add a heavy dose of fun to your day off. Every Pioneer side-by-side is stock full of smart technology, responsive power, and Honda's hallmark of engineering excellence. The only thing left to add is you. Then you'll understand how life is better on a Honda. For your safety, read the owner's manual, wear a helmet and eye protection, always wear your seatbelt, and keep the side nets and doors closed. Pioneers are for drivers 16 years and older.
The 76ers stayed in sole possession of the NBA's Eastern Conference by beating the New York Knicks 100-101. It was the 15th straight time that Philly took down New York. In other NBA action, Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton both had 26 points as the Suns won for the 17th time in their last 21 games by thumping the Lakers without LeBron James 111-94. The Mavericks hammered the Trailblazers. The Pelicans overcame another triple-double by Nikola Jokic to beat the Nuggets 113-108. The Pacers outpaced the Heat 109-106. Boston ended a 3-game skid with a 112-96 decision over the Magic. The Thunder beat the Rockets, extending Houston's team record losing streak to 20 games. The Cavs dealt the Raptors their 8th loss in a row. And the Pistons losing to the Bulls 100-86. Josh Zach, NCN Sports.
We're proud to be working with our local businesses for the greatest comeback of all time.
Come together.
With Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
I'm Steve Leader Adams, and welcome to another edition of Talk Radio Advertising 101 for Businesses. When you're driving in your car listening to a music station, well, the music tends to be a background service. Don't believe me? Can you name the last 3 songs or commercials you heard? Usually when commercials come on a music station, the listener changes to a station with a similar format. But when talk radio listeners are tuned into a program like Rush Limbaugh, they are in the pay attention mode and will sit through the commercials in order to continue to listen to Rush. This is why talk radio advertising is so effective. Plus, it can complement all your other forms of advertising. So when a listener sees your ad somewhere else, they're more likely to look at that ad since talk radio made them familiar with your company. This helps your company to rise above the competition. Want more information? Call us here at WEEB at 692-7440 and let us help you rise above your competition.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
Pride Plumbing is proud to serve Moore County with superior workmanship and dependable plumbing service, including 24/7 emergency service. Like the name says, we take pride in our work and your safety. Our employees must pass background and drug tests and share Pride Plumbing's reputation for quality service. From simple leaky faucets to new water heaters and sewer lines, backflow testing and installation, drain cleaning, plumbing repairs, and, if necessary, replacement and remodeling. A family business with over 50 years of prideful service. Go online to callprideplumbing.com and check out our 5-star customer reviews. We offer a 10% discount to all veterans and active military. Call Pride Plumbing of Moore County at 910-295-0152. 910-295-0152. Serving with pride since 1965.
Dale, how are things at Knollwood Fairways and Midland Country Club this year?
Well, Stuart, you know our motto is 9 is fine.
Knollwood and Midland are the only two 9-hole golf courses in the Sandhills that are available to all golfers every day, and our all-grass practice tee at Knollwood continues to be very popular.
Do you give golf lessons at Knollwood?
Absolutely, Stuart. Our instruction and club fitting program with our 4 PGA professionals continues to grow every year. We love to teach all golfers, beginners, juniors, seniors, and ladies. Go to our website, knollwood-midland.com, to see what we offer. Our prepaid golf rounds and range balls are always popular. Plus, we have instructional packages, club fitting sessions, and a fully stocked golf shop. Knollwood and Midland is the place where quality and affordability meet.
Some things just go together, like bread and butter, blue jeans and Saturdays, best friends and phone calls. And a great match? You and discounts from Erie Insurance. It's like this. Safety features in your car will have you paying less for your auto insurance. And pay off your Erie Auto policy all at once, and you'll save up to 7% more. On your homeowner's policy, you earn discounts that start at age 46 and go up each time you celebrate a birthday. There are more discounts, too, for things like home safety features and even teenage drivers. And the savings keep adding up. When you have your auto and home covered with Erie, you get a discount. Buy a life policy with us, and the savings can get even better. At Erie Insurance, above all in service means making life a little easier on you and on your wallet. Your Erie agent in Moore County is Carthage Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 910-947-2957.
Discount terms and amounts may vary by state. See your local Erie agent for details.
This Easter, Honey Baked Ham reminds you to slow down and reflect on the meaning of this holy season. Take the time to worship and give thanks for the many blessings that fill your life. So from Honey Baked Ham in Fayetteville and Aberdeen, happy Easter from their family to yours.
Thanks for help bringing the economy back. One local purchase at a time.
Kind of uplifts you and you feel better.
It's the greatest comeback of all time. With Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
The Zumwalt Zone is brought to you by Quality Built Homes, the Sandhills' #1 home builder, developer, and remodeler. With over 1,500 homes built in Moore County, we earn our name every day. Quality Built Homes, 910-944-7453.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. You know, I bet a lot of people have purchased a new house and after they paid for it, discovered something about the house they didn't particularly like. I bet if you checked into it, you'd even find cases where raccoons or mice or something were living there and people had a hard time getting rid of them. Well, wait till I tell you what Tracy and Miles Albert found living in their house after they paid over $1 million cash as demanded by the owner for them to purchase the house. It's been over a year now in Riverside, California, and they still can't get rid of that pest. The pest is the owner. He won't move out. He doesn't have to move out because even though Tracy and Miles own the house outright now, the governor has issued an edict, just like in North Carolina, that says you can't evict anyone during the pandemic. Can you imagine your life savings, $500,000, house paid in full, you own it, the money's in the guy's account, you no longer have the money, and you can't make him move out. Now, if there are any liberals listening, and I know there are, taking notes so you can tear me apart, maybe you can get one of your conservative friends to explain to you why this is so wrong. I keep wondering if things can get any more foolish than the way they are right now. It's time to elect conservatives in North Carolina. We do not want to become another sanctuary for the liberally insane. Have a good day, everybody, from the Zumwalt Zone.
Hello, everyone. Your Monday morning commute will start with temperatures in the upper 30s and low 40s. We'll see a partly cloudy sky with maybe even some patchy fog around the area. For the afternoon, we'll see a partly cloudy sky still, temperatures milder, highs in the mid to upper 60s. Partly cloudy for Monday night, mostly cloudy sky for Tuesday with mainly high clouds moving in, obscuring the sun just slightly. Highs Tuesday afternoon in the low to mid 60s. Could see a few showers on Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Zach Malak in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the LeaderMan. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
Okay, how you doing over there? Welcome to the
show over here.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is?
You're goofy.
We're goofing off.
Are we going to be goofing off like this every day?
It is National Goof Off Day today.
It's not every day. Come on.
Goofing off on the job, huh?
Goofing off, sir!
You better be goofing around.
I'm the king of goofing off!
Today is National Goof Off Day.
Here's something goofy.
It's showtime, baby.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? That girl. I'm gonna make you mine if it takes all night. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Good evening, sweet darling. May I ask your name? You seem to be lonely. Well, don't worry, I'm feeling the same. Oh, it's a groovy situation, a splendid combination that we should meet at a time like this. Oh, it's a groovy situation, a splendid combination. You're something that I just can't miss.
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sand Hills. It's time once again for Mornings with the LeaderMan. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with the Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Yeah, good morning, Moore County. Good morning, Pontius pilot, pathetic pilot, unfortunate pilot. Yeah, all of that. So, hey, the weather's nice. Sun is out. Get outside, enjoy the day, kill some COVID, play some golf, take a walk, get the kids out. Well, the kids should be in school. Kids should have been in school all along. But get the kids in school and enjoy your day. Just don't fall for all this garbage that these people are handing you.
Don't forget, of course, we are being heard and seen around the world on our live video stream. That's available now at talk973.com. Top middle of the page is where it's located on your mobile device. Fire up YouTube and put Mornings with the LeaderMan in the search. If you're on your mobile device just needing our audio, that's simple too. Fire up a streaming app such as TuneIn, iTunes, or Streamer, and put WEEB in the search, or you go to our website at talk973.com or talk1041.com or WEEB990.com. Upper right-hand corner of every web page has an icon on it that says on the air, listen live. Click that once and you're listening that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sand Hills area. It's going to be about as good as it gets for this time of year. Look for things to be partly cloudy today, 66 for a high. Tonight, still partly cloudy, 47. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, high of 64. You know what comes after mostly cloudy? Chance of rain. That's right. Tuesday night, isolated showers, just a 20% chance. Look for a low of 51. Wednesday, 30% chance of getting wet with a high of 70. Wednesday night, mostly cloudy, scattered showers, a low of 54. Thursday, mostly cloudy, isolated showers, 75. And Friday and Saturday, partly cloudy both days with highs in the mid to upper 70s. Right now around the Sand Hills, winds are from the northeast at 3. Pressure's 3002, dew point 38, humidity 78. It is sunny and 47 right now here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right, it is 8:32, 32 past the hour.
You know, it's pretty scary when the weatherman is the closest thing that you get to the truth on a news show.
Yeah, and often he's wrong.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
But he's probably weatherman's still probably more truthful than your talking heads.
During the break there, the Colonel and I were trying to figure out who would be the replacement for Rush Limbaugh. I called the network Friday and talked to them about it, and basically they said that they haven't, they have a short list, but they can't disclose it under a non-disclosure agreement. And so I don't know, but who would you like there? Who would you like to see there?
Well, like I said, we ran through all the guys that sit in for him. I think Mark Stein is probably the best out of that group. Some of them are just, absolutely forgettable.
Some of them are placeholders.
Yeah, I know, et cetera. But I don't know who they have in mind, but I think they need to do something here and make that decision sooner than later, because the longer they go, you've got Bongino is going to take that segment on Westwood, the other
one of the major
competitions.
Networks.
So, yeah, there's going to be people out there, and you're gonna start losing affiliates and things like that if you don't come out and make your decision here. I think they need to do it within the next 30 days. You were saying, June or something like that. That's way too long in my estimation. I mean, they've had the respectful delay. Limbaugh passed away. They've waited 30 days before Westwood announced Bongino's signing, and I think Premier here needs to follow suit pretty quick. Otherwise, they're wasting time.
I just told them don't give me any of that Glenn Beck mess.
Yeah, well, you put him on and forget
it's not going to happen.
He was probably the I can't say that on the radio, but he's gone. Thank you for doing that. He was a dope.
All right, well, let's look at some things we need to know today so we don't sound stupid. If you got an idea who's going to be on for Rush or should be on, let me know. Text it to me at 910-690-2946.
Well, you threw out there, maybe Trump would do it, maybe Pence would do it, Huckabee. There were some interesting names you threw out there. I'd never heard Pence at all. I've heard Huckabee. Of course, Trump had his TV show. I didn't watch that. That was a reality kind of thing, and that's not my game. But
they had it at night, and basically he was standing or sitting on the stage, and it just wasn't very good. I'd like to hear him and see him, but the format that they put in there wasn't very good.
Well, I don't see Trump as the insightful type of 3 hour a day, 5 days a week type of talking head. Maybe Pence was it. Huckabee, like I said, I'd heard some of him. He wasn't too far off the mark, but Limbaugh's going to be tough to replace.
What if they had two hosts at one time?
Well, there's a variety of formats, that I could think of that might be, an interactive kind of thing. I liked Rush because he didn't have call-ins all that much, and because you get a caller, you really never know what you're going to get. Rush, his guy was pretty good at screening out the snipers, but you get guys in there and they're just repeating the same thing, and blah blah. It's kind of bad, but Rush could carry it. He didn't, fall down when he had a caller in there. Usually, every now and then you get a bad caller, but he was always pretty good with his.
All right, well, let's check in on some things we need to know today so we don't sound stupid. Just opened in China, the Polar Bear Hotel, 21 guest rooms with 24-hour-a-day viewing of live polar bears staying there. Then Britney Spears has been offered her own Oprah special. You think she'll take that? I think so.
Well, she'd have to if she wants some money. I guess she's hurting, right? I don't know what her deal is.
The NFL has signed 11-year TV deals with the current networks and Amazon, totaling $105 billion. The latest changes include the Walt Disney Company adding 2 Super Bowls on ABC to its ESPN Monday Night Football deal, and Amazon becoming the primary carriers of Thursday Night Football, with Fox dropping out of the package. Oregon and Utah have launched new tax-by-the-mile trial programs. They've done this in Great Britain, too. So interested in paying, instead of paying your license tags or tabs, you'd be billed based on how much you drive each year, and the satellites would keep up with it.
Yeah, that's well, I don't know. Lots of different ways you can do it, but see, here in the States, we won't be that smart. We'll just add that on top of what you're paying already. So, yeah, is there a fair way to do it? Yeah, by mileage, et cetera. That's what, truckers, that's basically what they're doing now. They pay inordinate road taxes.
Yeah.
But a lot of it's based on mileage and things like that. If that's what you want to do, but yeah, then you got to do away with some of the other garbage that you're double dipping on, gas taxes, registration fees, and some of that.
Got to remember that truckers put 80% of the wear on a road, and also the roads have to be built to a much higher standard to be able to carry the load.
Right, and if you don't do that and pay that stuff, then guess what? You don't eat, and you don't get all this nice stuff delivered to the Walmart that you like to go over there and peruse through and maul through on the weekends, etc. So, 6 of one, half does the other. Trucks. Sorry, people, but trucks make the world go around here, and that's all there is to it. No trucks. You want to do away with trucks? Then, then you better get a rototiller and start planting potatoes out in your backyard.
The Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt divorce is still going now. The latest shot, Jolie claiming that she has proof of domestic violence against Brad Pitt.
Great.
Someone bought a Chinese bull at a Connecticut yard sale last summer for $35. It turns out to be an exceptionally rare 15th century Chinese antique that sold at an auction last week for $728,800. We should be so lucky.
Well, there was a story. This is years ago, but a guy was walking along or something, and there was a kid out there in his yard trimming the hedges, and he just had a long bladed item that he was using to knock off the excess leaves and all that kind of thing. And the guy went over and looked at this thing. It was a samurai sword, like a 12th century, 13th century samurai sword that was phenomenally valuable. And it was something his grandfather picked up in Okinawa or something and brought it back. And there's oodles of stories out there like that. So
well, it's sort of like eating healthy. Reese's has come out with peanut butter cup carrots. So Reese's PBCs in the shape of a carrot.
Peanut butter cup carrots.
I don't know. I'm not in marketing there.
Yeah, okay.
Pepsi Mango, you heard, right, starts arriving in stores today. Boy. Armie Hammer has been accused of violently sexually assaulting a woman for more than 4 hours in Los Angeles in 2017. Sharon Stone says that a producer once asked her to have sex with a co-star to help their on-screen chemistry. Mattel is coming out with imagine the lawsuit that she could have today.
I don't know. I'm just tired of hearing about all the movie star problems, and you go into that particular, well, you want to call it profession, I don't know, that occupation there. You want to be an actor or actress, and wonder at all the stupid stuff they get asked to do. Okay. I don't know. Shouldn't have been a big surprise to her. That stuff's been going on in Hollywood since day one. So.
Well, Ford is doing a remake of their headquarters and ditching individual desks. Since everybody packed up and took home all their personal stuff, when white-collar workers return, they'll find their desks are gone and shared workspaces are waiting for them. Spain is conducting a study right now, seeing if if 4-day work weeks tire workers or maintain productivity while giving everyone a 3-day weekend. A woman who falsely claimed she had married Pete Davidson was arrested Thursday for trespassing at the comedian's Staten Island home. Pete wasn't home, but his mother was. Mom asked her to leave, but she came in through the back door. The woman claims to have a telepathic relationship with Davidson. It's funny how the ugly ones still get the women, don't they?
Davidson, is that really drugged out looking goofball?
Skinny.
Not funny comedian.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
A wax museum in San Antonio has removed their life-size figure of Donald Trump because people kept punching it.
Well, why don't you put a plexiglass around it or something, like they do in most any other place I've been? Yeah, okay, fine. You know, you got these shrill non-hackers that can't stand it. So, you know, gee, what would they say if I'm sure they must have one of Barack Obama. What would they say if somebody punched that one or scraped that one or melted it or something? You know, you'd be a racist, horrible, you know, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
There was a nearly 600% increase in this last year. This being our impossible question. What is it?
A 600% increase in what? This?
There was a nearly 600% increase in this last year.
Beer drinking.
As good a guess as any, but incorrect. People taking online courses.
Oh. Well, if you want to... Okay, go ahead.
Other things we need to know. Canada has more coastline than any country in the world.
Yeah, I guess they do.
The doorbell worked in 1 out of every 4 homes. Let's see, the doorbell does not work in 1 out of every 4 homes in the U.S. 5% of doctors have done this with a patient.
No, I better not say that. 5 out of what? 4 out of 1 or something?
5% of doctors.
5% of doctors have done this with a patient.
Or 1 in 4 have done this with a patient.
1 in 4 have done this with a patient. I don't know. My mind runs from absolute criminal activity to getting married. I don't know.
Dated.
All right. Well, I would have been close then, because I went from I went from that to getting married. So dated a patient. I don't know. Is that ethical? Is that against the code?
No.
Okay.
You can after you release them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're no longer my patient.
Right.
Then you can.
Then you can go ask them for a date. Okay, right. Fine. I don't care. Where you can get it.
How many calls a year do you think the IRS gets?
Calls?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, it's a phenomenal number of calls, but really, the question should be how many do they answer? I don't know how many calls they get. Billions, I guess. I don't know.
No, it ain't that much, but it's a lot. 100 million calls a year.
Only 100 million?
Only? That's a lot of calls. Switzerland eats the most chocolate, equating to 10 kilos per person per year.
Yeah. Okay.
Researchers estimate that the average woman in her 30s has 2 of these a week.
The average woman in her 30s has 2 of these a week. 2 of these a week. 2 shots of whiskey. I don't know.
Bad hair days.
2 bad hair days. Okay, good. I guess they had a really insightful survey on that one. How much did they pay for it? That's what I'd like to know.
According to a study, only 5% of people who have rebound sex have had it with a stranger. In 21% of the cases, rebound sex is with a friend or acquaintance.
Okay. Fine.
Survey says that 1 in 10 adults have damaged one of these while watching or playing in a sports event.
Damage. Their television, I guess.
I'll give you credit. Smartphone.
Smartphone. Okay. Yeah. Easier to throw the smartphone than the television, I guess.
According to a recent survey, it's in normal times, if you could change something in your life, 1/2 of us said they would do this.
Get a new hairstylist.
Watch less TV.
Watch less TV. Okay.
And Canada has the world's smallest jail located in Rodney, Ontario. This tiny, teeny jail is only 15 by 19 feet and only contains 2 cells. If you say so.
Well, it's not attached to anything. I mean, that you put somebody in that thing, it's like an ice cooler. And you get the cold weather, somebody sitting in there isn't going to last long. Yeah. 15 by 19 feet, 2 cells. That sounds like the old jails they had in colonial times. You out in the middle of the square, you build a little box and throw somebody in it.
All righty. Back then they had debtor's prison. If you owed money, they could throw you in jail.
Yep.
And how are you supposed to pay it off when you can't get out to earn it back?
Yep.
And sometimes they make arrangements where you go out and work all day, but the person you owe gets the money.
Yeah, yep, they did that too. Lots of things.
All right, rim shot time for this morning. Let's see, rim shot time. Okay. New footage of Merchant Godzilla appears in the latest trailer of Godzilla vs. Kong. Heard about this, I'm sure.
No, I have not. So footage of what?
And if that excites you, I'm guessing you won't be watching this one with a girlfriend.
So what footage are we talking about?
Merchant Godzilla. Like merchandise, a whole bunch of it.
All right, okay.
Sharon Stone says she was once asked to sleep with the co-star so they could have sexual chemistry on screen, which would have been cool, except the movie was a Police Academy 4, and the co-star was, Bobcat Goldthwait. Goldthwait, I guess it is.
Yeah,
He's that one who went, and you know what I'm talking about.
I saw that pass by on some website I was reading over the weekend. Yeah, poor old Sharon Stone. I mean, like I said, that stuff has been going on since day one in the movies, and I don't know how many times I've read over the year that, in fact, the leading man, leading lady decided that they would go have sex together so that they would be better together on screen, and did it voluntarily, whether at the suggestion of someone or not. So this is, gee, old poor Sharon Stone. Baloney. It's non-news. Nobody cares. What a dip.
William Shatner is 90 today, so let me be the first to say, hey, Bill. Prosper. Kylie Jenner, who's a billionaire, got a lot of heat on Twitter for asking her fans to contribute to a GoFundMe page with a goal of $60,000 for medical expenses for a makeup artist friend. So for any of you who needed another reason to despise the Kardashian family, there you go. She's worth $1 billion. She can't give her friend $60,000. That's it's me. I'm going to take it all with me.
Well, it's like that everywhere. We even have some people here in good old Moore County, out there beating the drum, and we need to use public funds to do this or that or the other thing, and some of them are quite wealthy. And my question is, hey, you've got this thing you want to do that's so important to you. You've got money. You pay for it. You buy it. You know, as one clown, well, we need to set aside this land, you know, blah blah. All right, well, go buy it then, and then donate it to whatever foundation or conservancy you want, and shut up. But I'm not going to pay tax money for that. Why should I? You know, these clowns, you know, they're great at telling everybody what they ought to do with their money, and yeah, you know, just shut up and pay for it yourself. I hope that clown's listening too. He knows who he is.
Wolf Blitzer turned 73 today. He'll celebrate with his brothers, Coyote and Dingo Blitzer. Two Russian researchers believe immortality is possible. Step one, never disagree with Vladimir Putin. President Biden was caught on camera tripping up the steps as he boarded Air Force One 3 times in one flight.
There's some great memes out there on that one.
Forget Republicans in Congress. Biden's biggest challenge now is a stairway.
Well, they're going to put one of those little seat things that will run you up and down.
Yeah, he got up right away and fell again, and got up right away and fell again, and yeah, it was entertaining to say the least. But
come on, man, that's it. There was one meme. He gets up, he's brushing his. Come on, man, he's brushing his leg off. And then he gets up to the top. It's like, where am I now? Yeah, because they have I don't know if there's a door, there's a compartment so that you can't see in there. There's ballistic door there, so you get up to the top and you know until that thing slides open, there's nowhere to go. So he gets up to the top. He kind of looks around a little bit.
Yeah. All righty then.
I guess you shouldn't laugh, but they've made such a big, and they lie about it so much that what else are you supposed to do? The man is incompetent. He should not be the president.
Well, no argument for me on that. Let's see. I'm looking for something in particular, and
there was one meme. They showed Trump teeing off, and then the ball hits him in the back of the head, and he trips. And yeah, I could watch that all day.
What, a Trump getting hit in the head?
Mm-mm. No, to me, they show Biden going up the steps, and then Trump teeing off, and then goes back to Biden heading up the steps, and the ball hits him in the back of the head and knocks him down and all that. It's pretty good. They've made a bunch of them like that.
I'm wondering if I have the... No, I don't have the right day up here. Why did they give me the wrong day? I ask you. Let me get the right day up here. Okay. Let me F5 it just to make sure. Okay, now we know we're on the right one. Now let me find what it is. Okay, here it is. I finally found it for you, boys and girls, and let's do it right quick. I said, Snurley, let's do it right quick. No, Snurley, let's get it up there. Thank you very much.
And now it's time for
Random facts. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, our random facts for today, and perhaps a spare. The Colorado Rockies mascot is a triceratops. I guess that's what it is. Because a dinosaur rib bone was discovered when their ballpark was being built in 1994. The majority of people in Canada don't use the term colored pencils. They call them pencil crayons.
Yeah, well, good for them.
There's only one actor besides Harrison Ford who was in all 3 of the original Indiana Jones movies. A guy named Pat Roach was killed by an airplane propeller in The Raiders, a bad guy in Temple of Doom, and a Nazi in Last Crusader. The longest streak of sold-out games in sports is for a minor league baseball game in Ohio called the Dayton Dragons. They've sold out every game for the past 19 years, which is a total of more than 1,300 games in a row. Now, that's halfway impressive.
It is.
And Billy Bob Thornton has a phobia of antiques and refuses to stay in a room that has furniture from the, earlier than 1950.
Well, what's he do when he looks in a mirror?
I know. All right, and so it goes for this Monday. Have yourself a great, safe day. We'll see you back bright and early tomorrow, 7 to 9, for a titillating Tuesday. Until then, be sure to support all the mom and pop businesses you hear on our airwaves, because they are the backbone of our economy here in Moore County. Give them first crack at your spending dollars, and be sure to tell them WEEB asked you to come. That will help us in two ways. One, it'll help us. And two, the money will stay here, roll over, and create jobs for all of us. And don't forget also that millions of Americans have fought and they have died to give and protect the freedoms that you get to enjoy today. Live today worthy of their and their family's sacrifice. I'm Steve Leader Adams, and the Leader Man, and Nick and Colt the dog. We'll all see you at 2 o'clock this afternoon at the dog park.